Good evening. We're back with more Star Wars Unlimited, and this evening will be a deck spotlight for a mono color green Emperor Palpatine deck. Saw the deck on a YouTube video. It was a local tournament winner, I think, a store showdown, something like that. Looked interesting to me. It's got Admiral Piet, Yularen. It's pretty standard early game units, and then Darth Vader, Relentless, and Devastator at the top. The area where it's a little bit light, and this can't really be helped with the mono color green deck, is removal. It has Overwhelming Barrage, Traitorous, Command can help a little bit, but aggro, very fast aggro decks can get under the shields and take this deck down. More so than with the Blue Vader deck. I'd say the Blue Vader deck is actually a little bit more mid-range compared to this Emperor Palpatine deck. As usual, let's try one game against AI, and then we'll move over to human players. Here we go. We'll play against a Boba Fett deck, which we'll put on aggro settings, and see how it goes. So starting hand, Cell Block Guard, TIE Advanced, Traitorous, Emperor's Royal Guard, Traitorous, and Devastator. That starting hand is not very good. We're looking for a 2-drop, really. There's a couple of 2-drops, so that's better. We'll resource the Traitorous, and I think probably General Veers. General Veers is okay. In limited playtesting, I haven't found him that good. So let's go ahead and play Yularen. Actually, I'm wondering if it should be Piet. Yeah, let's go with Yularen. And he plays a Cartel Spacer. Just take the initiative. And this turn will be resupply. We'll resource the... actually probably the Piet in this situation. And I'll pretty much always play resupply on 3 with this deck, I think. It's going to get in 2 damage. I'll get in 2 as well. And he plays Boba Fett. I will take the initiative. Don't have an answer for Boba Fett. We'll resource probably Piet in this situation. Actually, I should have played Piet along with the Royal Guard this turn. That was a mistake. Get the Royal Guard out. And there is an official, so he does have Sentinel. And then we'll just go ahead and attack with Yularen. This is where it would have been good to play Piet. And then I'll take the initiative. I opted not to attack with Boba Fett. Interesting. It's unexpected. This turn will go probably Super Laser Attack, Royal Guard, or maybe Consortium, Star Viper, and Royal Guard. So we'll resource the Probe Droid. And go ahead and we'll play the Star Viper first. Heal 1 with Colonel Yularen. Surprise Strike. Gets 5 damage. And then we'll go ahead and play Super Laser Tech, which is going to heal for another one. See if he did get the Greedo draw, killed off the Super Laser Tech, which is obviously the wrong decision. You'd want to kill off the Emperor, I would think. I think I will use Yularen to take out his Super Laser Tech. Which, I don't know, that one's debatable to me. No, and he played a duplicate of Boba Fett, so the AI is making some very clear mistakes here. But the point is to familiarize ourselves with the cards a little bit before jumping into human opponents. And we'll just take the initiative. Be able to play Emperor next round. And he's bringing Boba Fett in an attacking phase. At this point, I'm going to resource the Super Laser Tech. Should I bring in Emperor and take Boba Fett? I think probably. Yeah, I like that play. Gonna surprise strike, go for the face, no doubt. And we'll go Darth Vader. Heal 1 damage. Ambush. And then we get to take a look at the top 10 cards. We'll probably get the Emperor's Royal Guard in. Get to play a 3-cost unit, or a 2 and a 1. Or 3 1s theoretically. We've got initiative, so attacks are going to heal 2 damage. No good to me dead exhausts the Emperor. And we'll use the Boba Fett ability to take out the enemy Boba Fett without needing to follow through with the attack, because he's attacking an exhausted unit that didn't interplay this round. So this game is over. I would say resource the probe droid. You got a Vader, so the Vader has 4 health remaining. We'll do the 2 experience tokens, I think. Or actually, I'll return an Emperor's Guard and deal damage. So we'll choose Vader to deal the damage. Oh, it has to be to a non-unique enemy? Okay. That's still fine. I still would have chosen that. First card. And we can go... I would like to keep Yularen alive for his healing if possible. So we'll use Darth Vader to take out his Darth Vader. And just finish off our attacks. Okay. So we've got Devastator this round. Gonna waylay Royal Guard so he can go face. Yeah, I'll just play Devastator. Okay, and I will... Got a bunch more attacks to do. We'll finish it off next round. If you get to the point where you're stable and you're getting these Star Destroyers out, you're going to win. I think this Emperor deck is probably going to be pretty good against Boba. Just not sure it's going to be good against Sabine. Or Leia. Aggro. I don't really care about resourcing at this point. It's good play by the AI. Good solid play. Not enough. Okay, let's move over into real players. Playing against a Grand Admiral Thrawn Mono Blue. Interesting. I can keep this hand. No mulligan. Devastator and Vader are going to be the resourced cards. We got Veers, Command, Probe Droid, Veers. Probably resource with duplicate Veers actually. And Devastator to start. Probe Droid, so he has Power of the Dark Side, 7th Fleet, Boba Fett Disintegrator. Boba Fett Disintegrator will be what he plays next round. And we'll get our Probe Droid buffed up before attacking. I do think I'm going to attack base, actually. I may regret this, but I just don't want to give him the free 2-for-1. I have command this turn if he chooses to do something silly. Probably going to attack General Veers. He's going to exhaust my Probe Droid. Okay. So we'll give the 2 experience tokens to the Probe Droid, and then we'll deal damage. Or actually to General Veers, and then we'll deal damage to Boba Fett. Oh, but it has to be to a non-unique unit. Whoops. So that was a mistake born out of inexperience. And what I should have done there is put the event into play as a resource. Mistakes were made. Claim the initiative. And I think at this point we'll resource the other Veers. Play command again. Give the experience, and this time I think we'll resource. He's gonna take down. Okay. claim the initiative. And next turn we can play Vader. Let's see. Super Laser Consortium. Don't think I want to play Vader yet. I may also just use Emperor. And ping the shield off before I play Consortium. And he claimed initiative rather than attack, which is a smart play. I think that's a good play. At this point, I think we're going to resource resupply. He wants to get that attack in right away. And we'll play Vader. Use the ambush. And get a Royal Guard into play. Search your feelings. So he's searching for I don't know what. But we'll claim the initiative. He's playing Power of the Dark Side, so I think I'd rather lose Vader at this point. And we'll resource the probe droid, I think. Maybe the cell block card. I think I'm going to play Relentless here before Vader. Can make it very difficult on opponents to actually do what they want to do, especially against a control deck. Waiting for him to try Greedo's ability, which he did get the draw with Power of the Dark Side. So he discarded a card, and if it's not a unit, then he got to deal damage. So I'm going to pass here. Or, oh, he claimed the initiative already? Okay. It's interesting. I think we'll resource the probe droid now. I kind of want to know what's in his hand. I need to know if he has Super Laser Barrage. Could make a case for resourcing nothing there. Avenger, okay. What options do I have for that? I think just Devastator. Deal the damage to the Avenger. He's going to claim the initiative. I don't think I resource anything. Vanquish, sure. Let's go Probe Droid and see what he's holding. System Patrol, Super Laser, Vigilance. He's going to play System Patrol. We're going to play Relentless. And he's going to claim initiative. Keeps passing up this attack over and over in order to take initiative. Yeah, it's a reasonable control play. However, it does prolong the game. kind of exhaust the probe droid, I'd imagine. We could just overwhelming barrage him. Get rid of those ships. System patrol craft gets 4. Other guy gets 3. He can't play Super Laser Blast. He's just going to claim the initiative. And I'll go ahead and play Yularen here. He needs to have something he can play and then play Super Laser Blast as well. But he's not going to be able to avoid taking the 8 damage. Yeah, there's Power of the Dark Side, which did nothing. And then he's going to Super Laser Blast. There it is. And we just play another Relentless. I'll play Admiral PF first, just in case he had a random TIE fighter or something. No ambush, no point. He still hasn't used his Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I haven't used my Emperor. Okay, so he's going to prevent my Relentless from going face. Otherwise he would have lost. Going to use my TIE to buff Piet. Thrawn will exhaust my Piet. Wonder what else he has. I'm just going to pass here. We'll resource this. Get some damage in. He's got vigilance. No doubt he's going to heal. Do I just use Vader here and hope he doesn't have... If he does have Super Laser Blast, he has to draw another event he can use, so... I think we just go for it with Vader. No ambush. Emperor's Royal Guard. Super Laser Tech. See what he's got. Did he get the Super Laser Blast? He's still going to take some damage if he did. He's got to burn an event first. Nope. Okay. GG's. So even though I messed up in the beginning, we still got the win. This time we're playing against Sabine. Sabine has trouble. He's just going to go face the entire game. That's what Sabine does. And we're going to try to stop him from going face, and it's not going to be terribly interesting. But it's necessary to have these kind of cheap decks to play in the game that are good entry-level decks for players who are trying to get into the game. X-Wing. Do I play resupply here? I think I do. Okay. Well, let's just go resupply. He doesn't want to do something here. He passed. He's got something to play that he doesn't want my snowtrooper to trade into. I'll give up the damage. It's very clear he doesn't want to play whatever ground unit he has. So he's going to settle for a cause I believe in. And I think I'd rather have initiative than the damage. We'll resource the probe droid. Let's take a look and see what it is he doesn't want to play. Heroic sacrifice. Oh, I have no idea. I guess I was wrong about that. Okay. That was a strange turn. I know he's not going to claim the initiative here because he's got 4 resources. I do want the initiative for my Consortium Star Viper. There's K2SO. Oh, with Energy Conversion Lab, so we gave it ambush. And then we'll take the initiative. There's Sabine. Face, of course. Medal ceremony. It's a very solid medal ceremony. Probably gonna lose. I don't think Sabine is good, but it is good against this deck. Because green doesn't have removal early game to deal with. We could take control of that Alliance X-Wing. What do I want to resource? Probably just resupply. I don't think I'll have time to play it. So we'll go ahead and get the attack in. for healing. Though you could make the case that I should have traded into the K2SO. Let's see what he does here. Rebel Assault. Yeah, I'm just gonna go phase. Phase is the place. And we'll go ahead and Traitorous. Take the X-Wing. He's going to claim initiative, and there's no way I can win from this point. So he gets 3 damage off the K2SO, and then 3 off Sabine. It's a brain dead deck, but I don't begrudge it existing because, again, it's cheap to build. And you don't want every single deck in the game to be super cost intensive or even super thought intensive. It would limit the player base. And we do want players to have like a simple deck to play to learn the game. And face decks fulfill that role in every card game that I've played. Here we go, playing against Iden Versio this time. Should be a better game, more interesting game. No mulligan. So, where's Emperor gonna rank? If it can't beat Sabine, it's never gonna be a big winner because you're always going to see a lot of Sabine at tournaments because it's cheap and players that just want to play in a tournament, get some tournament experience under their belt, but maybe they're more casual, maybe they just don't have the money for a more expensive deck, are going to play Sabine. And that's fine. You just, if you are able to play more expensive decks, or decks that require more skill, then you do so. And you clean up the Sabine players. But this isn't one of those decks. So I would only play this deck in a meta where you know there's not going to be a lot of Sabine. He claimed the initiative. He's not going to spend his resources. He must be playing pretty hardcore control. He doesn't have anything to play on turn 3. Drew 2 more resupplies. I'll resource one of them. It's going to make it a 5-5. I'm going to play... So I could play command here. Buff Piet. And then deal damage. I think I like that. Oh, right. Non-unique. Again, I messed that up. So it should have been put into play as a resource. No. I learned nothing. What did he do? We'll attack, drop him down to 2. Pass. Resource cell block card. And I'm thinking here I play resupply, an Emperor's card. Aiden will get the initiative. Relentless is the card that I'm looking for in this matchup. Making sure I haven't resourced it. He played Search Your Feelings. There's 2 Relentlesses. Then resource the tie advanced in this spot, I think, because I want both those Relentlesses. Maybe it's not necessary. Let's go face. Does he not want to do anything? I'll pass and see what he plays. I think I can afford to pass one more time and still get initiative. Vigilance, sure. Just gained 5 health. And he milled me. So he's playing mill. Okay. Let's claim initiative. And we'll resource. Admiral Piet could be good, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get him down on the table, or how long he would stay there. He could grant Sentinel to the Royal Guards. I think I'll go ahead and resource him though. And we'll get Relentless in and see how he handles that. Does he have the events to burn? It's Relentless, the first event played by each opponent each round, loses all abilities. So basically he has to play a blank event and then a second event if he wants to just get one event off. He's going to run the tie into the Relentless. And then I'll just go face. I'm not certain why he did that. Maybe he's searching for something in his deck and he really needed to find it because he doesn't have an answer. So entrenched. Okay, that's an upgrade, so he can do that. And I'll just claim initiative. And we're on to the next round. Do I want to resource anything here? I'll resource the guard so I have the option of Devastator. Devastator. No damage. Aiden's going to come into play. See what he does with it. Cargo Juggernaut. Claim initiative. Next turn we'll probably take control of that Juggernaut, if possible. He just went face. Okay. Probably should have used Devastator to kill Relentless, now that I think about it. That was a misplay. If I'd killed off my Relentless, I could have played another one. Let's just go Overwhelming Barrage. It'll be 13 damage. Let's go, let's see, Juggernaut, I just want to do 2, I think. Iden. Oh, I actually didn't know how that worked. For some reason I thought it would go through the shield, but all it did was take out the shields. Interesting. Let's use Emperor. I could have used Emperor to get rid of Relentless at any time. I am not very good at this deck yet. He knows I'm going to take control of it. That's why he ran it into the guard there. So he's going to vanquish my Devastator. And he's going to take initiative. I pass. It's going to be a long game. See if he has a super laser blast here. Spark of Rebellion got rid of a Relentless. Of course, play another one. He's going to take initiative, so just do our attacks. And pass. He played Avenger, and he'll take out the Cargo Juggernaut. And I will go... How do I want to deal with Avenger? Not with Relentless, obviously. I don't have a good way to deal with it. I'm going to go face, I think. Put him on the clock. Okay, he just gained 1 health, so we can go. Let's see what's in his hand. Super Laser Blast, Power of the Dark Side, Vigilance, System Patrol Craft. So, he can take out my Relentless next round. But not anymore. Because it's now +1/+1 with General Veers, so he has to play a card. Yeah. Okay, he realized the situation. So he was in a spot where he was going to have to play an event before he could play Super Laser Blast. If he had been able to take out Relentless, could he have won? I'm not actually sure. I think he was still sunk because he needed 2 actions. Relentless is just devastating against other control decks. So Emperor overall, I'm like 4-6 or 4-2 with him, and the 2 losses were both to Sabine. He does very well against lots of other types of decks, but he does not do well to the ultra aggro Sabine, and I'd imagine that would be the same situation against Leia as well, because there just aren't enough early control tools. But against everything else, he's good. So if your local meta doesn't include a lot of Sabine somehow, I could recommend Emperor. That's all for now, and thank you for watching.